Hey guys, so today we are taking a look at some different kit I am running currently and for an upcoming MILSIM event. So as you've seen from the title today, I have called this a jungle or woodland warfare loadout. Now a lot of this kit on the table you've seen here I have reviewed before. My NCPC I have reviewed. Again, the links for that review are in the description below. My entire Team Wendy helmet loadout, including my night vision and stuff, again, I have done a full review of that. The loadout is in the description below. Some of these things, this right here, we haven't done a review of yet. There is an unboxing of this gun way back in March. And a lot of you guys have been asking, where is it? Well, as you can see, it's back now. So you'll be seeing gameplay and a full review of this very, very soon. But today we're mainly focusing on some of the different kit you see me wearing in some of these clips throughout this video. Now, that is mainly M81. Now, when it comes to wearing different types of camouflage, of course, there's a lot of choice out there. One of the great things about AIRSOFT is you can choose to wear practically whatever you want. Of course, with MILSIM, it has to be a little bit more realistic, but you still do have different sides. Some events you have the tan side wearing things like Tri-Desert camo or multicam, and then you have the green side wearing M81 or DPM. So at this upcoming event, we're playing Op 4 or the green team. And for that, I am opting for M81. Now this is SEMAPO M81. The guys at SEMAPO were kind enough to send me this stuff. You guys will know I am quite a big advocate of SEMAPO. My NCPC is SEMAPO, my multicam kit, trousers and shirt is SEMAPO, and so is my battle belt. Now, SEMAPO have some mixed reactions when it comes to players. Now that is, sometimes people think their kit is a little expensive. These days you can get Cry Precision multicam second hand kind of about the same price as a set of new SEMAPO gear, so some people might say, well, you know, what's the point in buying SEMAPO? Now I think they are very high quality kit, especially for a reproduction company. The quality is very, very good. So if you are wanting to buy something new but you don't want to fork out a lot of money for brand new Cry kit, then SEMAPO is a good company to go for. They are far better than the likes of Emerson, anything like that. The sizing especially, Emerson sizes are just the most bizarre thing ever. SEMAPO I found are exactly the same as the Cry sizing, so that's a positive. And when it comes to things like M81, if you want to buy that in Cry, you know, MARSOC loadouts and stuff, in actual real Cry, you can be looking from upwards of $800 for a set of trousers and a shirt. So SEMAPO is a good alternative when it comes to things like M81. It is far more expensive than standard multicam, which of course is a lot more common. And things like the NCPC, since I did the review of this, I've actually compared one of these to a friend's real Cry CPC. We sat down, we put them together, we compared everything from the colour of the material, the stitching, the Velcro, the kind of strength of it all, and it was nearly exactly the same, to the point where the guy who owns that CPC has actually sold it now for about £500, bought one of these for about £250, and he's got nearly the same plate carrier, but he's got £250 or so in his pocket. So I am very impressed with the quality of SEMAPO, and these new M81s are no different. Now, one of the advantages of a M81 over other types of woodland camo is, if you are playing a MILSIM event, we have found that through night vision, M81 is pretty incredible. You almost completely disappear through night vision in M81. If you have got night vision, you'll know what I'm talking about. Multicam, especially kind of cheap replica multicam like Emerson stuff, it almost glows through night vision. You've got your nods up, you can't see them at all. You put your nods down and it almost reflects light. It's a bit bizarre. That's the cheaper multicam stuff like Emerson. But M81 is very good in the dark. You just completely seem to disappear through night vision, which of course is a great advantage. And if you are playing a woodland event, of course, it's a great colour. I do prefer it over DPM because in the UK at least, DPM is quite a common colour. So these are the, as I said, the brand new SEMAPO kit that came out in the last few weeks. The trousers themselves are actually based off the Gen 2 trousers still, which is kind of given away by the different colour material you've got around the knees. Gen 3, of course, it's all the same, you know, it's all the camouflage pattern. I actually prefer the Gen 2. I like that breakup of material. I think it just looks a little bit cooler having a gap, not just, you know, one block colour. I am running the Cry Precision Gen 3 Kneepads. You can get these in black, which some people argue looks a bit better with M81, but M81 is kind of a mixture. You've got black, you have got tan, you've got green. So personally, green or black, tan or black knee pads for me makes no odds. But they are the Cry Precision ones, and they fit perfectly. What you do get with these SEMAPO trousers, you actually get this infill, which you didn't get on the previous multicam Gen 2 trousers. So if you're not wearing knee pads, you can actually Velcro this little flap back in, which allows you then to kind of, I did a good job of it, you know, you've got the camouflage material carries on where the knee pad would be, but obviously these trousers without knee pads in just look a bit weird. So I think everyone who gets these does usually get themselves a pair of Cry Precision knee pads. You can pick these up from like UK Tactical for about £35–40, and of course they are high quality, being Cry Precision. What least would you expect? The other thing that is a big difference in these trousers compared to the previous generation of SEMAPO, you know, the multicam stuff they brought out last year, is the way the knee pads adjust. You'll see in this clip here that obviously not everyone's body size is the same. Even if you are, you know, 32, 32 and you buy those trousers, sometimes the position of the knee, especially when you bend your knee, you see a lot of pictures of airsoft players where the knee pad is kind of on their thigh or it's on their shin and it's too high, too low. With the old trousers, you can adjust that by putting, there is a thread that goes through there, and on the inside of the main pocket you had to, and it took, I mean, I sat down for about an hour just pushing it through. It's very, very slow. These new ones, like a lot of the more modern trousers now, have a much more simple system. Inside the thigh pocket, you have a simple bungee cord. You pull that, the knee shoots up, of course you get it in position. I find it easier to kneel down a few times, try and get it in the right place, so as you crouch down, you know, it sits in the right position. You can lock that off with the little buckle on the toggle, and then the Velcro behind the knee kind of pulls it in nice and tight. So these trousers are a little bit easier and quicker to adjust, especially on the fly, than the previous generation of multicam trousers that they made. Again, on the back, you have new little micro adjustment tabs that you didn't have previously. So again, you know, you can, you've got these in the cord here. So the trousers might be a little bit too big, a little bit too small. You can kind of make micro adjustments in the back here with this kind of bungee cord that you just simply Velcro across the back. Of course, most of us are running some kind of belt as well with it, which mainly sorts those issues out. The bottom here, you've got all your usual tabs just to keep it nice and tight. You've got little pockets on the bottom of your shins, you've got pockets on your thighs, you've got more pockets than you would ever need on these trousers. So again, they are very, very cool. Nice thick material, exactly the same colours, and there is comparisons online, other people have done them, between the Cry stuff and the SEMAPO stuff with multicam and M81, and it's, you know, it's pretty much the exact same stuff, so that's very, very cool. Moving on to the shirt, this is the U-back style shirt, so you've got the you know, stretch material in the centre. Again, this hasn't changed very much from the last generation of stuff with the multicam. In fact, it's near enough the same. The only main difference is, and I think it's because of the style you get with the MARSOC M81 shirts, you don't have a full square of Velcro on your arms. You've got the two strips, which you do get with I think this style of shirt. But sadly, it does mean if you've got quite a small patch and you've got to try and bridge that gap, sometimes it might not have as much of a good grip as just a big square bit of Velcro, which probably could be a little bit annoying, but all the same, two big pockets on either arm, lots of space for your patches. You've got my British flags there, my Matthemusketeer patch, my Cold Spear team patch, and that's about it for the shirt. There isn't much else to say. The sizes are very good. I personally always go sizes too big. I like my shirts to be long and be tucked in so they're not coming out the back. So I'm 6 foot. In real life, my waist is 32 inches, my leg is 34, but for these I go for 34 waist and 34 leg. So it's a little bit bigger, but I like to be able to pull it in tight. It's a little bit baggier, but I'd rather that than it being too tight and just feeling horrible. Same with the shirt. This is the large when I'm in kind of civilian clothing, just a medium. But again, it's nice and long. When I did buy some Emerson stuff, so I was aware Emerson does come smaller than you'd expect. I bought an extra large shirt and it still wouldn't quite tuck in. So sent it back, ordered an extra, I think it was a triple XL shirt. It still won't tuck in. For some reason, Emerson shirts, as they get bigger, they don't get longer, they just get wider. They just think people grow this way, they don't grow this way. So Emerson sizes are really, really bad, whilst the SEMAPO stuff, again, it's pretty much the same as Cry, which is the American sizing, of course, Cry being an American company. So the sizing for these is much, much better than any other company I've come across. So that's a positive. So overall, I do really enjoy these. I think they look really, really cool if you are running them with, say, multicam kit. For this weekend, I'm actually running something different, as you can see in these clips on screen now. I'm actually running this Chinese type, I forget the number, but it's a Chinese chest rig. This cost me about £15 from Gunfire. There's lots of little cheap plate carriers in there. I'm probably going to run this once or twice for an Op 4 loadout. We can't run the multicam stuff, of course. So I've just got this. It holds, you know, these are actually AK pouches, but they do fit. I've checked, you know, 2 M4 mags in each one, so I can fit 8. And then there's just 2 big admin pouches that can fit smokes, Enola Gaze, you know, tremor grenades, anything in the sides there. So I'm going to be running that this weekend with my lid for night vision or for recording. But I think it looks pretty cool, again, with the M81, and it kind of goes with that jungle loadout a little bit. So that's pretty cool as well. So I just thought I'd do this quick video to show you guys some of this new stuff. I get a lot of questions about what gear I'm running. Of course, don't forget to check out my website, MattTheMusketeer.com. If you go to /gear, there is every little piece of equipment on this helmet, all the bits and pieces on this gun, all the things I run on my plate carrier. I mean, every question you could possibly have about my gear is answered on my website. So the link to that is in the description. Stop by there if you have questions about guns and gear. So I hope this video did help you guys out. The link to SEMAPO and all their stuff will be in the description below. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.